it's Miss Shula. It's Miss Shula in the house. Anyway, so today I picked up a new book, and it's called Iggy Peck, the Architect. Iggy Peck, the Architect. The Architect. I think this was like my third or fourth job choice as a kid, okay? To be an architect. And I'm pretty good at it too. I really am. If kids out there like architecture, you should use a program called CAD. And I think that Google has it somewhere for free. AutoCAD. AutoCAD. It's a good one. Or you could still do Minecraft and you could do Roblox. But in Roblox, you want to build places to, like you want to build a land or something like that. That'll help you with your architecture skills. So, Iggy Peck, Architect. I love it. Okay. It's by Andrea, Beaty, and David Roberts. Young Iggy Peck is an architect and has been since he was 2, when he built a great tower in only an hour with nothing but diapers and glue. "Good gracious, Ignatius," his mother exclaimed. "That's the coolest thing I've ever seen." But her smile faded fast as a light wind blew past and she realized those diapers weren't clean. "Ignatius, my son, what on earth have you done? That's disgusting and nasty. It stinks." But Iggy was gone. He was out on the lawn using dirt clods to build a great sphinx. Look at that sphinx. Oh, so cool. When Iggy was 3, his parents could see his unusual passion would stay. He built churches and chapels from peaches and apples and temples from modeling clay. At dinner one night, to his father's delight, Iggy got a bright gleam in his eye, and out on the porch built the St. Louis Arch from pancakes and coconut pie. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All his towers taste so good. They might taste so good. So flavorful, Iggy. Derek Ed hadn't made until 2nd grade when his teacher was Miss Lila Greer. On the very first day, she had this to say: "We do not talk of buildings in here. Gothic or Romanesque, I could care less about buildings. Ancient or new," she said in her lecture about architecture that it had no place in grade 2. Aww. That might seem severe, but she was sincere. From when she was no more than 7, she had a great fright at a dizzying height in a building so tall it scraped heaven. On an architect's tour of the 95th floor, young Lila got lost from the group. Aww. She was found 2 days later in a stuck elevator eating cheese with the French circus troupe. After that day, it's quite safe to say she thought all building lovers were nuts. As a teacher, she taught that above all one ought to avoid them. No ifs, ands, or buts. As you might guess, it will cause Iggy stress to hear such terrible talk. But he didn't hear. He sat in the rear while building a castle of chalk. "You, Iggy Peck, your desk is a wreck. Tear down the castle right now. You will not build in here. Is that perfectly clear? Do you need to see Principal Howe?" Iggy said, he lowered his head and his heart sank down to the floor. With no chance to build, his interest was killed. Now second grade was a bore. After 12 long days that passed in the haze of reading, writing, and arithmetic, Miss Greer took the class to a Blue River Pass for a hike and an old-fashioned picnic. They crossed an old trestle to a small island nestled in the heart of a burbling stream. But they no sooner passed than the footbridge collapsed, and Miss Lila Green started to scream. "We're trapped here! Oh my!" A last kiss goodbye. Her eyeballs rolled back in her head. She dropped to the ground with a vague groaning sound. Luckily fainted, not dead. The class was amazed. They stood there quite dazed, uncertain of what they should do. But one bright young man was off for hatching a plan which started with Miss Lila's shoe. Each lad in class, each lad and lass there at Blue River Pass was working together as one. Oh, did I show the page where she painted? Let me see. Let's go back one page. Look at that. She passed out. You poor woman. You poor woman. Okay, let's keep going. That's the next page. Show it again. And when she came to, Miss Lila Green knew that something quite brave had been done. She looked in the air and saw hanging there a structure with cables and braces, and on the far side, beaming with pride, were 17 smiling young faces. Boots, tree roots, and strings, fruit roll-ups and things, some of which one should not mention, were stretched ridge to ridge in a glorious bridge dangling from a shoestring suspension. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wunderbar, you wonderful architects. It all became clear to Miss Lila Greer as she crossed that bridge over the stream. There are worse things to do when you're in a grade 2 than to spend your time building a dream. Now, every week at Blue River Creek Elementary and second grade, all the school kids can hear, along with Miss Greer, how the world's greatest buildings were made. The weekly guest speaker in t-shirt and sneakers talks of buildings from Rome to Quebec. Of course, he's the guy who builds towers from pie, that brilliant young man, Iggy Peck. What a great book! And look at the quadruple paper. Ha ha ha! So if you have your own book, you can draw in the back of it. If you want to give it to the library, just buy some. I love this book. I love it, Miss Andrea, Beaty, and David Roberts. I love the book. It is so Italian to me. I love it. So, yes, if you have the book, get it. If not, get it from the library. You will save yourself $14.75 by just getting it from the library. If you want to own it, then I say own it. It's on my Amazon book list. What a great book. Anyway, it's Shantae Shula from Shakariad. Darlings, please have the greatest day. Be great, darlings. Be great.